Brittany, I mean, I'll be honest, I'll be shocked to say that I didn't expect us to get this far. But as far as us working as a team, I think being a part of this tournament really has helped us, like, really find our niche here. Like, we're really finding our speed.
Yeah, I agree. Like, if anything, we said like round 2, we seem to be getting better and better at. So that's really good. Once again, we're playing Club Dread,
Yeah.
which kind of sucks, but win or lose.
I mean, if records is one thing, I think records is kind of like our Achilles heel. I mean, but either way, we had a tough ass match going up against Jay and Mark. So I really expect nothing less going up against Kirk and Andrew as well. I think we just do the same thing as we've done every match. We just keep play it even, stay focused on our strengths, and hopefully the more points we keep pulling out, we'll pull out a victory. And if we lose in this tournament, it's okay. We were able to get this far.
Exactly. Yeah. No.
Ooh, I am ready to go. Them's was fighting words. Not really, but still, respect.
Yeah. It's definitely bittersweet because I'm excited playing Ryan and Brittany because they are a very exciting team.
Oh, yeah.
Very excited to have them as members of our faction, also as a team in our faction. And at the same time, I'm disappointed because I want to see them go far. I want to see them have a run. But now it's our job to make sure that doesn't happen. So I think Brian and Brittany's time is going to come. Mm-hmm. But I think right now, this is our time.
Yeah. I need to get this man a belt. This is the most deserving man to have a belt that has not yet won a belt. So we're going to get this man a belt. And I'm sorry, Ryan and Brittany. We love you both. But best of luck to you. Hopefully more luck to us.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Multiplex Movie Warzone. We are back with the teams tournament. We are in round number 2. We have the number 4 seed Bullets Over Broadway versus the number 5 seed. Beat the Geeks. I'm Cameron Holzman. I'm flustered. I'm solo hosting alone. I haven't eaten dinner yet. I'm tired. I'm sure this is going to be a great match. I'm excited. I'm sure you're excited. Let's just get into the match so that I can stop talking with that isn't pre-written. We're going to get right into round number 1. Round number 1 works as it always does. 8 different questions in 8 different categories. You'll have about 15 seconds to write it down your whiteboard. If you get it right, you get a point. If you get it wrong, you don't get a point. At the end of the round, if you manage to get all 8 questions correct, you will be issued a bonus question worth also 1 point. Reminder that each team has 3 repeats and a challenge to start the match. Any questions before we get going?
All straightforward. I'm here.
All right. Your first question comes in the category of actors and actresses. The Shootist was the final film of what actor? I'm going to say very little about this movie because A, I haven't seen it, and B, there are rules about me saying things about movies. 5, 4, 3,
especially
2,
with Cody backstage.
1, pens down. We'll start with Bar.
Well, hell there, Pilgrim. John Wayne.
Minus 1 point for the impression. Brittany.
No, I put Paul Newman.
And Kirk.
John Wayne.
And Ryan.
John Wayne.
John Wayne is correct. Bullets Over Broadway taking a 2-1 lead as we get to question number 2, which comes in the category of comic book movies. What is the animal-based nickname of T.J. Miller's character in Deadpool? T.J. Miller, of course, also starring in one of the greatest movies ever made. A little film called The Emoji Movie. You heard of it? Because I've seen it while sober, and I don't enjoy that. That's a thing I can say. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Brittany.
Put Weasel.
And Kirk.
I also put Weasel.
And Ryan.
Weasel.
And Bar.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Weasel is the correct answer. So we are tied up 3-3 going into question number 3. In the category of Oscars, name one of the 2 Oscars Sound of Metal won. I actually quite enjoyed this movie. I think it's very good. I think that honestly I wouldn't have been mad if they gave the Best Actor Oscar to Riz Ahmed. To be fair, I didn't see The Father. I didn't watch that movie. But 5, 4, 3.
Well, I did.
2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Kirk.
If this is right, it's kind of cheating because the name's in the title. I said sound.
And Ryan.
Yeah, I said sound editing. I don't know if it'll be accepted.
Bar.
Best sound editing.
And Brittany.
I also put sound editing.
So best sound is correct. We cannot accept best sound editing because best sound editing is not an Oscar anymore. It is too specific and therefore incorrect. So Sound of Metal won sound. It also could have been called film editing of metal would have been the other answer.
Sound of film and that we would have gotten the point.
Next question in the category of crime films. What U.S. state does In the Heat of the Night take place in? I'm from Canada, so we don't really have heat in the night. We just have snowstorms and polar bears and syrup. 4, 3,
I'm ashamed of
2,
myself.
1. Pens down. We go to Ryan.
I really need to rewatch this. I said Louisiana.
And Bar.
MISSISSIPPI, Mississippi.
Spelled that wrong, but you wrote Mississippi. Brittany.
I just put Los Angeles.
And Kirk.
I also said Mississippi.
Mississippi is correct. Bar, I think you spelled it right on your board, but you said like MISSS.
Yeah.
Like,
I can't spell. The video store will prove that.
In the category of comedy films, in Van Wilder, Van's assistant is an exchange student from what country? I prefer the sequel. Tour Bus Wilder.
Jesus.
And his older brother, Billy Wilder. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We go to Bar.
Was it India?
And Brittany.
I just guessed Germany.
And Kirk.
Also said India.
And Ryan.
I too went India.
India is correct. As we get to your next question, the category of directors. Who directed All About Eve? Not to be confused with the far superior Sandra Bullock film All About Steve. Won her a very prestigious award in the year 2009 that we all know that she won. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We go to Brittany.
Yeah, this is wrong. I put Frank Capra.
And Kirk.
It was one of these guys. I said Howard Hawks.
And Ryan.
I just went with Sidney Lumet.
And Bar.
Joseph L. Mankiewicz.
Joseph L. Mankiewicz is
war.
correct. As we get to your penultimate question in the category of war. How does Sergeant Elias die in Platoon? I watched this for the first time last year, thanks to one Mr. Jacoby Bancroft. He made me watch all the 80s Best Picture winners. And it's one of the better ones because it's not Chariots of Fire or Driving Miss Daisy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We go to Kirk first, I believe.
I said he was shot.
And Ryan.
If it's Willem Dafoe's character, I was thinking that moment, that slow-mo, so I was just saying he was gunned down.
Bar.
Shot.
And Brittany.
Oh, I put in an explosion.
Shot is correct. It is that scene where he gets just like riddled with bullets and is screaming.
To clarify, you can't accept my answer there?
Yeah, we can accept gun down. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And your final question
there's one more.
rounds comes in the category of scores and soundtracks. You're not done yet, Bar. Vince and Mia dance at Jack Rabbit Slim's to what Chuck Berry song in Pulp Fiction? This was the first Tarantino movie I saw, and I saw it when I was in like the 8th grade. And if we're being honest, I really shouldn't have. I was like 15 or 14 when I saw this for the first time. I was a bit young.
I just showed this to my daughter for the first time this week.
4, 3.
Hated it.
How old is she? 2, 1,
16.
pens down. We go to Ryan.
Repeat wouldn't have helped me. I'm just thinking of that constant like "c'est la vie."
And Bar.
I said Johnny Be Good.
And Brittany.
I just want to rock around the clock.
And Kirk.
It's a lyric. I don't know if it's the right ones. You never can tell.
You never can tell is the correct answer. So at the end of round number 1, I have Bullets Over Broadway with 12, Beat the Geeks at 5. Is that what you have, Cameron? Yes, it is. I don't have a co-host. I don't like solo hosting. So with that being said, we are going to get into round number 2. Round number 2 is our lovely wheel round. We are going to bring up the wheel from wheeldecide.com. Our wheel has 8 different categories on it, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. The team in the lead can choose whether they would like to spin first or defer. Whichever team spins, if they like what they get on the first spin, they can keep it or spin again unless they land on opponent's choice. Whatever category they land on, they will get 5 questions from, worth 2 points apiece, or they can go to multiple choice for 1 point. But reminder that stealing is available, so if you miss, your opponents can take your lovely, lovely little points away. So with that being said, Bullets Over Broadway, you are in the lead. Would you like to go first or defer? Also, sorry, your categories on the wheel today are Bullets Over Broadway's strengths of Martin Scorsese and 20th century stage-to-screen musicals, because of course it is. Beat the Geeks' strengths of DC and Will Smith, as well as recent releases, sci-fi, fantasy, romance, family, and of course, spinners and opponent's choice.
I think we should check with our manager, Kirk. Yeah.
Defer.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, we're going to defer.
Yep.
Wow, I don't know why I even ask. With that being said, Beat the Geeks, this will be your first spin, and it's going to land on the category of family films. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
Well, I mean, honestly, this won't hurt us, Brittany, but because we're far behind, do you want to give another spin?
Yeah, let's spin it again.
Yeah, we'll go again.
Right. Spinning again, whatever they land on, they will be stuck with. It lands on DC.
Okay.
Something tells me they are not too disappointed in that spin. So we will go to Beat the Geeks questions in DC. I will be reading you your questions because I'm the only one here. Your first question. What is the name of the item Selena uses to become Princess of Earth in Supergirl?
Isn't it the Omega Hadron?
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
From Argo City. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Omega Hadron, final answer?
That is correct for 2 points.
Bar, do we want to challenge that? Because she doesn't become Princess of Earth. She doesn't use it to become Princess of Earth. I just watched this movie, and she does not become Princess of Earth.
I will hold for a second.
They knew what the item was itself, so that I think I wouldn't feel okay with that, honestly.
You want to let it go?
Yeah, I want to let it go.
All right.
All right. It is being let go. We will go to your next question. Why does Elizabeth Moss's character shoot and kill her husband in the kitchen?
I feel like...
I mean, he does abuse.
I'm pretty sure it's like self-defense, like he's attacking her. Do you want to go for it, or do you want to do multiple to be safe?
Part of me feels like it may be too specific. So
yeah, do you want to just go multiple? Yeah, let's go multiple.
Yeah.
All right. Multiple choices. Is it A, he's cheating on her, B, he hits her, C, he kills her cat, or D, he asks her to?
Yeah, it's B.
Yeah, we'll go with hitting her. Yeah. B. B, final answer.
That is correct for 1 point.
Yeah. Honestly, it's been a while. I have not seen that film.
Yeah,
so.
it's okay.
Your next question. What is the nickname of David Thewlis's character in Red 2?
It's Frog, right?
Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah, the Frog, final answer.
That's correct for 2 points. Anthony Michael Hall appears as a news reporter in which DC film?
The Dark Knight, right?
Yeah, The Dark Knight, yeah.
Yeah, you can do it if you want.
Yeah, Mike Engel from Gotham Tonight. The Dark Knight, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points and a tie game as we get to your final question. In Joker, Arthur confronts Thomas about being his father at an event being held where?
Ooh.
I mean, it's a part of me wants to say a theater, but it's not correct, honestly. Maybe an opera house.
Oh yeah. Do you want to go multiple or repeat?
Yeah, let's go multiple.
Multiple.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, Arkham Asylum, B, Wayne Manor, C, a movie theater, or D, a library.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Movie theater then.
Yeah.
Movie theater, final answer.
That is correct for 1 point.
I know
So
who was
at the end
playing.
of the Geeks
Yeah.
turn, they get
Please very
themselves
safe.
they get themselves up to 13. Bullets over Broadway not having the opportunity to steal, so they get themselves still to 12 points. As we bring back up the wheel for
You're right, person in the background.
And,
No, that's my inner
Bullets
thought.
over
just
Broadway.
being
This
like,
is your
"Ah."
first spin, and you land on Spinner's Choice. Do you need a reminder of the categories, or do you know what you are
No.
taking?
I think we're good. We're going to
Yeah.
Scorsese, right?
That's correct.
We'll take Scorsese.
All right, Martin Scorsese. I'm not surprised by any of this. Your first question, Bullets over Broadway. What type of store does Vincent work at before Eddie recruits him in The Color of Money?
It's like a baby supply store. It's like a baby, like, I don't know what you would call that. It's like Babies R Us.
I would just call it a baby store.
A baby store. Final answer.
That is incorrect. Beat the Geeks for a 2-point steal.
You're not going to repeat the question? Oh, okay.
No.
You
Sorry,
have to use a
Oh, I don't want to use a repeat.
Like a children's toy store or something you want to go with, or like
I knew it had something to do with kids, honestly. You
Like
just
a
want to go
toy
with
yeah, toy
Yeah.
store. Final answer.
toy store, final answer.
That is correct for a 2
We're
points.
definitely going to challenge
we're gonna
that one.
challenge that one.
We're challenging that one.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, we will look into it and we will be right back. So, all right, we are back from the challenge. We looked into it and we deemed that it's sort of unclear what the store really is because they do sell toys, but they also sell more like baby supplies. But I don't know if calling it a baby store is necessarily correct. So we decided to just scrap the question. Bullet over Broadway will be given a new question in the category of Martin Scorsese. So your new first question, Bullets over Broadway, in the category of Martin Scorsese. Who plays Marcy, the woman who commits suicide in After Hours?
It's one of the Arquettes. Which one is that?
Rosanna, Patricia.
It's the one that's not in Boyhood.
5.
I think that's Rosanna. You want to go multiple choice?
Repeat the question.
Repeat the question.
First repeat for Bullets over Broadway. Your question. Who plays Marcy, the woman who commits suicide in After Hours?
It's the one that's in Pulp Fiction. It's the one with it has the.
Is that Rosanna?
I think that's Patricia.
Is
You
it
wanna go multiple?
Patricia? Yeah, let's go multiple to be safe because probably only one of them will be
Yeah.
there.
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, Amanda Plummer, B, Catherine O'Hara, C, Kathleen Turner, or D, Rosanna Arquette.
Oh, D. Final answer.
That's correct for 1. It hurts.
That's a smart play. That's a smart play.
We are now tied at 13. Going into your next question. What instrument does Jimmy Doyle play in New York, New York?
Saxophone.
Yep.
Saxophone. Final answer.
That is correct, accompanied with the proper gesture when giving the answer of saxophone. But no bonus points will be awarded. Next question. How is May related to Ellen in The Age of Innocence?
I believe they are cousins, but do you want to go multiple? I haven't seen this in a while.
It's not a very common one, so go with your gut.
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, her cousin, B, her niece, C, her sister, or D, her daughter.
It's either Payson or Anthony. I'm leaning towards Anthony.
I'm go with whatever you want because I missed some of it because of my internet.
Okay, I'm going to say niece. Final answer.
That is incorrect. Beat the Geeks for the 1 point steal. Is it A, her cousin, B, her niece, C, her sister, or D, her daughter?
I've honestly not seen Age of Innocence.
I haven't
part of me
either.
wants to
Ryan, can
go
you just bring
off-
your hands up?
a little higher? Okay, a little higher. You know what?
Cousins or
Yeah, we'll just go with cousin. I mean, they were splitting
Yeah.
the difference there. If we're wrong,
Yeah.
we're wrong. So
okay,
Four.
cousins. Final answer.
That is correct for the 1 point steal. All right, your next question in Martin Scorsese. What classic actress does Gwen Stefani play in The Aviator?
It's not Jean Arthur, is it?
No. I'll get it on multiple.
Yeah.
Multiple choice.
Multiple.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, Jean Harlow, B, Greta Garbo, C, Ava Gardner, or D, Faith Domergue.
I'm pretty sure it's Jean Harlow.
Yeah, you're right. It is.
Jean Harlow, final answer.
That is correct for 1 point.
Sorry, Bar.
I knew it was a Jean. No, you're fine.
Your final question. What is Teddy Daniels' real first and last name in Shutter Island?
Oh, it's real. I know I'll know it on multiple because it's real distinct. It's like a real distinct name.
Let's go multiple then.
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, Andrew Latis, B, Randy Weisel, C, Edward Lean, or D, Arnold Wendis.
I'm pretty sure it's Cody.
Is it
Almost
Koho?
positive.
Oh, it's Cody? Okay, Cody. Let's go with that.
Give it to him one more time. Give us the options one more time.
Absolutely. Your options
Yeah.
again are A, Andrew Latis, B, Randy Weisel, C, Edward Lean, or D, Arnold Wendis.
99% sure it's Cody.
I think. Yeah, let's go with that then.
A, final answer.
That is correct for 1 point. So at the end of round number 2, I have Bullets Over Broadway getting themselves up to 17, Beat the Geeks with a 1 point steal, getting themselves up to 14. As we get into round number 3 is, as always, our Pick Your Poison round. Our competitors are going to get to choose what they want for their 1, 2, 3, and 4 point questions. The categories they can choose from today are comic book movies, Audrey Hepburn, Oscars, classics, quotes, actors and actresses, recent releases, and the 2010s. We will let our competitors choose what they want, and we will be right back.
it's still tricky there. Last thing I want is to be
anything.
All right, we are going to get into this. So 3, 2, 1. All right, we are back. Our competitors have had the chance to choose what they want for their 1, 2, 3, and 4. Bullets Over Broadway has chosen their 1 in comic book movies, their 2 in 2010s, their 3 in classics, and their 4 in Audrey Hepburn, whereas Beat the Geeks has chosen their 1 in recent releases, their 2 in Audrey Hepburn, their 3 in 2010s, and their 4 in comic book movies. We will start with Beat the Geeks as they are behind. We will go until they either have caught up or are mathematically eliminated. So with that being said, Beat the Geeks, your 1 point question to Brittany in the category of recent releases. What 2020 film is about 2 wedding guests who are stuck in a time loop and end up falling in love with each other as they live out the same day?
Palm Springs.
That's correct for 1 point. And we'll stick with Beat the Geeks for their 2-pointer, which goes to Ryan in the category of Audrey Hepburn. Your question. Peter O'Toole co-stars with Hepburn in what 1966 film?
I'm really between two. What the hell? I don't want to waste a repeat. I'll say War and Peace.
2. That is incorrect. We were looking for How to Steal a Million.
How to Steal
a Million.
I knew it
So
wasn't
we
Waiting
will
Till Dark,
stick
Way After Dark.
with Beat the Geeks for their 3-point question in the category of the 2010s. Your question. In what 2010s film will you find an evil cult called the True Knot?
The True Knot. 2010s.
It's not.
For some reason, Nick Cage is jumping to my mind. I'm between 2 films: Drive Angry 3D or Mandy.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Here, you're going to do a repeat?
Yeah, let's do a repeat.
Repeat question.
All right, first repeat for Beat the Geeks. Your question. In what 2010s film will you find an evil cult called the True Knot?
I mean, Nick Cage is really jumping out to me.
Okay.
Mandy, Drive Angry 3D. It's not The Wicker Man because that was the 2000s. So
Yeah.
I'm between those two.
Okay, you can go with your gut, Ryan. I trust you.
4.
All right, Mandy.
3,
Final answer.
2. That is incorrect. We were looking for Dr. Sleep. Dr.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Okay.
The movie that is better than The Shining. Your final question, so that Kirk doesn't yell at me. In the category of comic book movies, you must hit this to send it back, or Bullets Over Broadway will win by way of technical knockout.
Okay.
Your 4-point question in comic book movies. Reminder, you have 2 repeats left. The Shadow Gallery is a prominent location in what 2000s comic book film?
V for Vendetta.
Yeah, you go for it.
All right, V for Vendetta. Final answer.
That is correct for 4 points.
Good pull, guys.
So we will go back to Bullets Over
Yeah, it was right
Broadway.
there too.
We'll go back to Bullets Over Broadway for their questions, starting with their 1-point question in comic book movies. We will go to Mr. Kirk Kolakowski. Your question. Which actor has played the character of Spider-Man the most times? Five.
Tom Holland.
That is correct for 1 point. So here is the situation. If Bullets Over Broadway is able to hit any of their next 3 questions, they will win the match. Otherwise, Beat the Geeks will win. Bullets Over Broadway, your 2-point question in the category of 2010s for Bar.
Mhm.
Who plays Tanya's husband in I, Tonya?
Trying to make sure I get his name right. Sebastian Stan.
And your winner, Bullets Over Broadway. Sebastian Stan was the correct answer. Bullets Over Broadway. Now moving on to the next round of the tournament. We are going to go into some post-match interviews, starting with our unfortunate second-place finishers, Beat the Geeks. Guys, you put up a great match. You did fantastic in the category of DC. I think just round 1 kind of hurt you, and then that True Knot question, I think, was the nail in the proverbial coffin in a way. But you went from being down, I think, 8 or 7 points in round 1 to being only down 3. That was a very impressive second round. How are you guys feeling?
I mean, look, round 1, after coming out of that, I mainly wanted to just focus on wanting to just, for me and Brittany, to stay alive. And when it was their turn, I realized they were in a good position. If they swept that category, they would have knocked us out. So I was just praying that they went to multiple choice a couple of times for us to stay alive. And when it just got to that cult question, immediately Nick Cage popped in my head. I really should have been talking more with you, maybe, because I was so locked into it.
I knew I'd heard it before, but and I think for me, like going forward, I just need to get better in round 1 because you've been pulling the weight a lot. So I think if I can get better in round 1, we can be a pretty good team, I think. I mean, we're already good, but
I know we are good, but if we just strengthen more, we fix the gaps in round 1, get ourselves a lot more of that wide base knowledge. I think we'll be able to do much. I mean, we did great so far. I mean, I'm not ashamed of our run. We did a good job.
No, we're 3-1, still a good record. And like we said, Club Dread moves on, so
exactly.
So,
absolutely. You guys are 3-1 now. Unfortunately, you are out of the tournament. I'm sure we will be seeing you back at some point. But with that being said, we are going to move on to interviews with our winners tonight. Bullets Over Broadway, Andrew Barr and Kirk Kolakowski. Guys, that was a fantastic match. How are you guys feeling?
Barr.
No, you first. I insist.
All right. I mean, first of all, hats off to Brittany and to Ryan. I love these guys. I love this team. I'm really excited about them.
Yes.
I'm so glad to have them as in the faction, as individuals, and as a team. I do think they have a very bright future. I hate that, like I said, we had to knock them off to move on. But like I said, I know we'll be seeing more of them. I don't feel great about the way I played. I'm glad we got that big lead in round 1 because we both got our strengths, and they did much better in theirs than we did in ours. And that's on me because there are a couple questions we should have got more points in or not given stills up on, and we did. I played that poorly. But we did what we had to do, and we're moving on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Speaking of moving on. Oh, sorry, Bark. Yeah.
No, fine. If my internet will allow me to talk instead of interrupting me. Go ahead.
Okay. What's happening?
I'm not going to risk it.
Speaking of moving on, your next match in the semifinals of the tournament will be against the winner of Ginyu Force versus Time Shift. Thoughts about this?
That is a rough draw either way.
Yeah,
I
either
believe
way.
both of you have played Ginyu Force on previous teams, if I'm not mistaken.
And we will be playing against some of them again very soon somewhere else together. But yeah, it's going to be a tough match either way. But we got to beat the best teams to get to the end. So we'll take on whoever it is. It's nameless gray face at this point. I'm Mike Tomlin. It doesn't matter who it is. We're just taking them out.
Absolutely. Well, all right. With that, we will say goodbye to Bullets Over Broadway. And we're going to wrap things up. I'm not going to talk too much because I'm at work and I should be working. So with that being said, I have been Cameron Holzman. And on behalf of Kirk, Andrew, Brittany, and Ryan, this has been Movie Warzone. Thank you all for watching.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
It would take a miracle. Goodbye.